When you plant and tend to a garden, miraculous growth is possible to behold. On a farm in upstate New York, a bright-spirited young physician and his wife fervently believe this same growth is possible, even mandatory, for all, especially our elders.
In long-term care, there's actually this enormous untapped reservoir of hope. And in my work, I began to realize that if we were just simply to draw on that well of hope that's there, we could make really enormous changes and actually change people's lives.
Surrounded by a loving family, Dr. William Thomas grew up learning from elders on a daily basis. This rich foundation kindled an interest in community and leadership. After graduating from Harvard Medical School, he decided to specialize in family medicine. But at the urging of a local nursing home administrator, he ventured into their facility merely to think about being a part-time nursing home doctor. Fortunately, for all elders everywhere, he not only took that job, but started a revolution to radically transform long-term care.
I want to say a couple of things about generic drugs. First off, who thought of the word generic? It's not making things any easier. Because if you ask someone, do you have generic grandchildren? They're like, no. Do you drive a generic car? Do you live in a generic house? Do you have a generic job? No. But in fact, what we're really seeing, and if you mind me giving you a little bit of what I've been saying to people, it might be helpful to you. What I say to people is, those medicines belong to you. They belong to the American people. The inventors had their time with their patent, and the day after that patent runs out, that medicine belongs to you. It's yours. You paid for it. And the medicine is just as good that day as it was the day before. It didn't change. It's the same thing. So I tell people that what we call generic drugs are an incredible opportunity to buy Cadillac drugs at Chevrolet prices. How nice. Imagine walking onto the car lot. Well, we have this Cadillac here, or, you know, the Chevy, but you can get them at the same price. We are human in large part because we've been able to break life into three parts. Childhood. Yeah, okay, lots of animals, cute little puppies, right? We got that, childhood. Adulthood, busy, busy, busy. You know, making babies, making a living, getting a house. Lots of animals do that. The third part, elderhood. Life after adulthood. That we are blessed with the ability to grow old, outgrow adulthood, and become elders. That's the most human thing about us. Old age is humanity's greatest invention. Our greatest discovery, more important than fire, more important than the wheel, is old age. Because after that first grandmother came 10,000 generations of grandmothers. We live in a world that has been shaped for us, made for us, by generation after generation of elders who have changed who we are and how we live. Now think back into your own childhood. Think of the elders you knew well when you were a child. Did they change you? Did they shape you? Did they make you? Did they teach you how to live? To become a leader requires you to struggle. People who do not struggle cannot lead.
The new rules are unappetizing and unattractive because you can see plainly that they're going to interfere with your comfortable established routines. The new rules are pushing you out of established patterns and practices and routines and policies and procedures and pushing you uncomfortably, and you want them to stop. I say no. I say those rules are doing exactly what they need to do. I have nothing to say about the content of the rules. I'm not even interested in the content of the rules. I'm interested on the impact they have on you. I hope the rules make you uncomfortable. I hope they make you mad. I hope they make you fight. Because if you don't fight, this battle cannot be won. All creativity in all fields of human endeavor require constraints. We imagine in our minds, we play this silly game with ourselves when we're driving home from work. Oh, wouldn't it be great if we didn't have to deal with, and whatever day it is, you can fill in whatever rule or issue or regulation you want, or that attending over there at St. Luke's. Grrr. If only we didn't have to deal with that, then it would all be good. And the truth is the opposite. It will be good because you must deal with it. And here's what I want to say to you. Listen to me. Greatness requires struggle. Greatness requires you to be uncomfortable. It demands that you feel anxious, sad, upset, and angry. That is the stuff of which greatness is made. Do not retreat from it. Embrace it. Take it in. Breathe it in. Because if you don't, America loses.
The Heinz Laureate in the category of the human condition, Dr. William Thomas.
Well, I'm proud to be here, and I've thought about what I wanted to say to you. And I think the most important thing I could say to you is that all progress in the human condition relies upon our ability to recognize and understand the difference between the way things are and the way things ought to be. Once we see that difference, we're given an opportunity to use our skills, our talents, to pursue excellence in closing that gap. And you know, I understand very well that perfection is not within our reach. But I also know that to act in this world on behalf of compassion and love and tenderness and dignity is why we are here.